Hello, world. What separated your deep ball from everybody else?
My deep ball, it has a little secret sauce to it, man.
Never get too high, never get too low, but just keep moving.
The whole story is Carlos never beat me in any kind of sports in high school.
Welcome, Bengals fans, to the Orange is the New Black podcast. I'm your host, Ace Boogie. I got a special guest on, my man Jacques Patrick, running back for the Cincinnati Bengals. Jacques, what's going on, bro?
Doing well. How about yourself, man?
Pretty good, man. A lot of people don't know, but before I was doing podcasting and stuff like that, I actually had a shoe business, did a lot of customizing, restoring and stuff like that, funky fresh. So that was actually the first time that I actually met you. So it's cool. Like you said, before we got on, it's crazy how life works. One thing that I wanted to ask you about is obviously you played at FSU. You are a 5-star prospect coming out of there, out of Orlando, Florida, which is crazy because that's where I live now. But you ended up taking a different route to the NFL, right? You went to the Tampa Bay Vipers where you started to turn up. And then there was essentially COVID happened and everything like that. So just explain from your perspective how that whole transition kind of worked coming into the NFL to where you are now.
Well, like I said, it started for me. It really started back coming back from my senior year in college. You know, where I felt like my junior season was good enough for me to leave. You know, I put enough things on tape for me to leave after my junior season. I had a droppable grade, but it wasn't a grade, you know, I was satisfied with because I knew the player I can be. So, you know, I just decided to go back for my senior year. Long story short, my senior year didn't go how I thought it was gonna go. You know, I ended up going undrafted. You know, I kind of got in a situation where with on the business side, you know, my agent, you know, my former agent, there was some miscommunication with teams and missed out on opportunities. You know, it kind of put me behind the 8 ball a little bit. You know, so I was just grinding, man. Like, you know, sort of had blind faith. You know, that something would open up. You know, then I heard about the XFL coming back. You know, and I jumped on the opportunity. You know, I got drafted to the Tampa Bay Vipers. And for me, man, it was just the opportunity to go out there and show, man, like I am the player. I know I am, and just let everybody else see that. And you know, I was blessed, you know, to go out there and have a healthy season, and you know, put some good things on tape.
Right, for sure. So obviously you played at Florida State, so you were friends with Auden Tate and Cam Akers and a lot of these guys before that. Obviously Bobby Hart as well. What was it like for you when you were going to Cincinnati to know that there's an Auden Tate there, to know that there's a Bobby Hart there?
That was dope. You know, I didn't get a chance to play with Bobby at Florida State, but you know, I actually got me and Tate lived together, in college. You know, and we still talk every day. You know, that's my boy. So it was pretty cool. Like it was like I remember I first told him, like, you know, like, yeah, the Bengals had reached out, like, you know, saying they showing interest, and he was like, that would be crazy if like we both end up there, and like just so it happened, you know, that's how it happened, man. I'm blessed to be here. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity. You know, NFL is a hard league to play in. You know, I don't think a lot of people understand that, but you know, it's a blessing for sure.
Definitely, for sure. So obviously, given the transition to the Bengals and stuff like that, can you kind of explain what it's been like? Because you had some flashes in practice and stuff like that. So from your perspective now, what is it like being on the team, and what is your role right now currently on a day-to-day?
Oh man, just to continue to get better, you know, and grow, and help team any way possible. You know, just grind, you know. And whenever my number's called, you know, to help the team out on game days, I'm gonna be ready. You know, I've always, you know, took an approach to prepare like I'm the starter. You know, even when I wasn't the starter. You know, so
Right.
You just never know when opportunity, you know, comes. You know, and the best thing about success is when opportunity meets preparation. You know, so when those things come, you know, I want to obviously be prepared. You know, because you never know when it could come.
No, that's facts. That's facts for sure. We got to talk about FSU, bro. What's going on? What is going on with the Noles this year? They did just recently get a win, but what's been going on with them?
You know, you know, in the first beginning of the year, you know, after the first game, you know, I was skeptical, you know, what was going on over there. And it seems like ever since they made this quarterback change, it's been like whole different team, from each phase, even on special teams, and just defensively they look more energized and look like they're more willing to play. So,
Right.
I mean, you just never know, how one person can affect the team, and that's just what it is. With he got the kid Jordan Travis, he's a baller, man. So salute to him. It's good to see that they got a great win, over, or no, even though it's North Carolina to me. That wasn't even a game we worried about in college, but I mean, there's number 5 team in the country, so you got to tip your hat for them for that. Hopefully it's just the start of something new for them. Get back on the rise. Because when Florida State's at the top, man, college football is so much better.
Facts. So obviously you played a running back position. So growing up, like, what was your top 5? Like, just growing up, like, historic? For me, it was always like Barry Sanders was in my top 5. But who was in your top 5 running backs growing up?
For me, it was just like watching different guys, studying, like as a kid, you just watch guys and you like the flashy guys. And as you grow older, you kind of like study, you start to learn the game more, you start to study the game, and then you kind of see your skill set, and, you're trying to take, different things from different guys, for me, I like to study, like guys like Adrian Peterson. I even when Bell, because I was still in high school when Bell was out. I mean, dominating.
Right.
And guys like that. Just the guys similar to my size and stature. So even little guys though, I study. Just how they run routes and how they set guys up. Because if you look hard enough, you can always learn something from somebody. You'll never know enough.
Right.
And you know enough, and you're done, So it's just one of those things.
So you're a Florida boy. I already know. Yeah. You from the O. Music wise, like, what do you listen to like on a daily basis? Like outside of football, you just chilling at the crib. What you vibing to? As we say in Florida, what would you be vibing to?
Man, recently I've been like, I'm a big Drake fan. I love Lil Wayne. He ain't Wayne. He ain't the old Wayne no more. So I don't really know as much. But recently I just been trying to like listen to a lot of underground guys. There's a guy from Orlando named Carpe. That's pretty good. That's the dude Drake just did a song called Young Blue. I mean, even like I never been like the type of person that just listen to what everybody listen to. Always trying to find like something that I can vibe with. But if it's a good song, I'm gonna listen to it.
Right.
I'm always kind of late to the party on the good songs though, because I play stuff through. Like if the album come out and I like it, I'm gonna play it like what I'm saying, so I can get my assessment of it. I'm just not gonna play it one time and then move to the next thing.
Right. So now you in my hometown, you in Cincinnati. Yeah. What are your thoughts on like the city so far? Obviously, it's like very different from Florida, weather-wise and city-wise. What are your thoughts on the city of Cincinnati so far? Have you found good places to eat? Do you need me to give you suggestions on places to eat, or how's that transition been so far?
Well, for starters, it's starting to get cold. I'm starting for that Cincinnati weather. But yeah, man, it's been solid so far. I don't really do much, just because of the whole COVID stuff.
Right.
I've been to Rue Chris, a couple times, but other than that, I ain't really. I heard Jeff Ruby's is a good spot.
Jeff Ruby's is a good spot. Yeah.
So I mean, any suggestions, man? I'm all ears.
Well, a lot of people are gonna talk about Skyline. You might not like Skyline. They actually have one. Yeah, the chili spot, Skyline Chili.
Well, I ain't never really grew up on eating chili, man. So right. I eat that long. But I hear that's like an Ohio thing.
You got that spot. You got Montgomery in. They got some good barbecue there. They actually have a spot. It's called Rashida's. You might want to check that spot out. She actually grew up. My mom had a daycare business. She actually was the chef at the daycare, and then she ended up franchising and having her own little business. So it's a lot of like soul food kind of stuff like that. It's pretty good. A lot of notable people go there. Check that out. They also said it looked like somebody's telling you to check out some Cincy or some Christian rappers. It looks like Bizzle, Lecrae, and stuff like that in the chat. But yeah, check out those spots. I'll shoot you a few other ones for sure. But one thing that I wanted to talk about, you kind of touched on like the COVID and everything, like from the perception of an athlete. How has that been? Because we've seen players getting positive tests and stuff like that. how is like the situation that you guys have to go through? Obviously in the NBA, they get tested every day here in the bubble in Orlando, but what has it kind of been like for you guys?
Yeah, we're in this kind of same process. We get tested every day. I think, what people don't understand, it's kind of hard to have a bubble with, 60 plus players and then personnel and coaches and all that. Like it's kind of like it's virtually almost impossible just because it's like, all right, with basketball they had 15 players, it was like 8 teams, so
right.
I mean 3 teams, 3-4 teams. That's in NFL. That's more than everybody else in the bubble, but. It's a situation where you just got to be adults. Got to be adults,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Professional got to be. If you're gonna be a professional on and off the field, it's one of those situations, and you got to just sacrifice, for the better of the team, and like you said, we get tested every day, so I feel safe in our environment, just because I know everyone around us is COVID free, knowing that we get tested every day, and it's just, I guess it's just how you look at it, I look at it, me, I don't really even leave the crib that much, so I'm cool with going from facility back to the crib, it ain't really, it ain't nothing to me, so, and I like to save my money, so, it's cool, I get to stay inside and save my money, so.
Nah, that's a smart way to go about it, bro, for sure. So, obviously, you're on a team with Joe Burrow. Can you speak to, like, what that experience has been like? Like, is it just that everybody is just cool? Is it, like, as advertised, or what has it been like?
Yeah, Joe's a cool dude. Just seeing him on TV. Playing college football last year. You can just see like how his teammates gravitate towards him in college. With him being here now, you see why. It was like that. He's a good dude. Enjoy being around him. You obviously see what you do on the field. Great player. So yeah, for sure.
Nah, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. So with that said, we don't want to take up too much of your time. Appreciate you. If you guys got any suggestions for me to send him in terms of eating wise or what Jacques should have, definitely let me know. But I can't wait to see my guy get an opportunity. We already know what you made of, bro. I've been vouching for you on Twitter for the longest. I'm like, this dude is a beast. As soon as he gets his chance, hopefully we'll get to see that. But appreciate you for coming on the show, bro.
No problem at all. Appreciate you having me. You still got the shoe spot, the shoe business?
I'm not running it myself, but my boy is actually running it now. They still in business, so Funky Fresh Footwear at FF_footwear. They still got it going. So yeah, they can definitely get you right if you need to touch up them shoes. You still got the J's?
Yeah, man. I kind of like gave up on the J's for a little bit, and I've been wearing like Forces and stuff now, but.
Forces is in right now though, because my daughter, she about 11. Like Forces is what's going off right now. It's crazy.
Dunks, they got
dunks too.
Yeah, dunks and stuff. So, but I hate that I keep messing up my submits. Man, I got like 4 pair. I mess up. Just
the cement 4s. You gotta yeah. Nah, we'll get you right. Yeah. AJ was on here when we interviewed AJ. He's a sneakerhead too. Yeah. So we was talking about all of his collection and stuff like that. But yeah, we definitely got you.
Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate that. Yeah, for sure.
All right, my boy. Take it easy.
All right, appreciate it.
So that was my man Jacques Patrick on here for the Orange is the New Black podcast. Hope you guys definitely enjoyed that. He definitely gave a lot of insight there, especially on the corona situation. Hearing it from a player standpoint about what's going on, it seems like the Bengals have definitely been adhering to the proper protocols and everything like that. And it seems like he had, a different transition to the NFL. But hey, as long as he's here, he's definitely taking advantage of that opportunity. One thing that I wanted to talk about is we want to talk about the preview for the upcoming game against the Browns. The Browns right now are kind of reeling. They're coming off of a recent loss to the Steelers, and they pretty much are out for revenge. And the Bengals, as you guys have heard with all of the stuff going on right now, there's a lot of noise around Zach Taylor and his team, and there's a lot of news in the media going on right now. So we have to hope that we're able to put together a good performance, and we don't know what's going to happen. John Ross could be going tomorrow for all I know. A lot of people are being pretty much placed on the trade block right now. So we'll have to see how that balances out and how this team comes together. Now, I was surprised to see that they came out very sharp against the Indianapolis Colts, and I had heard some concerning things before that game. So they came out very sharp. this has to be a game that they take advantage of it. And with Baker Mayfield having some rib injuries and the Browns kind of reeling right now, this is a perfect game for them to rebound off of us, which is crazy because when we talked about this, I think it was week 2, similar situation. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But the Bengals have to try to get a win here. But Baker Mayfield, whether it's going to be him, Case Keenum, I think it's early in the week and we don't know right now. But this has to be a game that the Bengals have to go out and try to win, because for Zach Taylor and his staff, it's just not looking good. And I think we've seen all indications from players speaking out to things that are coming out about this team that the locker room has been lost. And I mean, if it isn't already lost now, it's definitely going to be lost now if they lose to the Browns. And we'll have to see what Mike Brown is going to do, because Mike Brown does not like to lose to the Browns. We all know that. So we'll have to see how this team bounces back and faces that adversity and see if they can all come together and put it all on the field. I feel like Zach and his coaching staff and the players are on two separate sides, but they have to be able to come together and work this out and try to do what they can. But we'll see. We'll see. I do not feel too good about the matchup just because of everything surrounding it right now. But I will be back probably on Thursday with my man Zim Hude. We're going to go ahead and do that and put that up together for you guys. So I just wanted to make sure that we got Jacques on. This is something that was in the making for a while. I just had to kind of try to align some things. I know you guys probably noticed Zim was not with us tonight. He had a prior engagement, so he wasn't able to make that. But we will be back with more stuff coming for sure. And we definitely have more guests coming as well. So we'll see. And you guys just stay tuned for what we have going. But this has been the Orange is the New Black podcast. I'm your host, Ace Boogie. Also, be sure to follow Zim at Zim_Hude on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at New Stripe City. Follow him on Twitter at Zim Hude, all one word. This is your boy, Ace Boogie, and thank you for listening to the Orange is the New Black podcast.
Hello, world. What separated your deep ball from everybody else?
My deep ball, it has a little secret sauce to it, man.
Never get too high, never get too low, but just keep moving.
The whole story is Carlos never beat me in any kind of sports in high school.